Well, it's interesting because I used to often have a joke about the man that I was married to. He's a lot like my mother. Oh. So I was like, I was married to my mother, you know, and then once that relationship ended, I was just someone that was identical to my father. And it was rather traumatic experience. And then I met this guy. He's wonderful in so many ways. We share a very similar, you know, set of systems and values. It's just what's come up, and it's, you know, a real understanding there. But it's just as far as, you know, sort of the spiritual side of things, that he just doesn't want to have anything to do with it. It's just
with spirituality overall.
Yes.
He carries some stuff there.
Yeah. I know this. Yeah, I don't know exactly what, but I already know. So, and he comes from a Hindu background. He's East Indian, so I'm not sure exactly. He actually doesn't want to have anything to do with the culture, and so there's a lot of stuff there. I don't bother him about it because I know it's tough. So. Yeah.
So with the culture overall.
Yeah.
So he's very much throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Okay, I'm going to scan for a little bit, and if you want to say something, you jump in.
Okay.
I'll just take a few seconds. I'll just do a little piece in relation to distance healing for him. What he's done is and I feel tears coming up just checking into that, is he's rejected, let's call it God, he's rejected spirit over many lifetimes. Because he's been blocked from moving forward for a variety of reasons. He carries energies that he doesn't know what to do with, and so he sees that it's not me and my stuff. It's those guys over there. God is not helping me to move along, so to hell with it. I don't want anything to do with that. That bad news. So I'll just take a little bit of time to do that. So what happens when we do distance healing is that it can be really transformational very quickly, and for some they're totally blocked and closed, and I ain't letting anything in to that for you. Right? So we'll see. One of the crucial aspects of relationship is, are you willing to take steps to help transform your stuff or not? That's one of the essential pieces. Right. So so that's just something in terms of helping you.
It's good to know.
Choose.
Yeah.
So, and you could talk to him about that really directly, really, you know. But I'll just take a few seconds to focus on that, where it's coming from. It's previous lifetime for him. It's trauma from 5 lifetimes ago is the bigger one, but there's another one from 15 lifetimes ago. I don't need to go into details, no. Sometimes I do, sometimes I need to be really precise, and other times it's not necessary. So I just need to check into that. So I asked the Lords of Karma and Archangel Michael, they're great for transforming all these kinds of things. Transform those things at the soul level. And it creates, part of what he does is that blocks him from connecting more deeply with his partner as well. So there's an aspect of you that chooses partners that don't give you all the goods. Over and over and over and over many lifetimes. So he's just part of that pattern. Yeah? Sorry.
It's okay.
So ask Spirit to clear that for him, and he can choose to do that or not. But if you didn't resolve this, and you said goodbye to him, you'd pick up another guy, same pattern, same shit, different guy. Basically.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So I just need to scan that part of you that chooses partners that are big but want to be small. I want to be small when I grow up. That kind of thing. Yeah. Not totally, of course, but there's an aspect, you're a big heart of compassion and so forth, so you're a wonderful fixer. So you look for people to fix. But you're very specialized. You look for people to fix who don't want to be fixed.
It's so true. I was like that with my ex-husband and with, it's true.
Yeah.
It's so true, yeah.
You pick them so well too,
Oh,
very precise, very wise that way.
Great.
Yeah. So, and for people who choose, we choose relationship and we don't resolve our stuff. Same stuff again, over and over, or we pick the other extreme. Okay, I've done picking guys that are just like mom, now I'm going to pick somebody who's just like dad. So those kinds of patterns, but also the same pattern of I don't want to receive too much. So there's a number of different issues there, but one of them is that for you to have an equal partner is too yikesy. He'd want too much from you. So there's a part of you that says, forget it. I don't want that much connection. Thanks anyway. I want to be one up and help to fix you because that helps to keep me safe.
Yeah.
And you love that pattern. I'm not sure you want to change that.
It'd be kind of nice, to be honest. I mean, just because I just feel like a part of it doesn't serve me. Just because I feel like it's preventing me from doing certain things or experiencing certain things.
And there's a part of you deep down. All of us have layers that we have some stuff that we refuse to change.
Yes.
For some people, they don't want to change overall, and for some of us, there's some particular areas we don't want to change. So that's one for you because it brings you lots of gravy, lots of good stuff. Doing that.
No, I understand. It's true. It's true. I've always I'm a nurturer. I kind of want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you didn't need to be nurtured all the time, then what? I don't have enough to give. I'm not enough of myself. So that's one of the aspects. Right?
Yeah.
So there's a layer of unworthiness there that we all carry some, of course. Yeah. Right? So, and these kinds of things, they can be small, and we can say, totally focus on the other guy. These guys are idiots. Men are idiots. I don't want a relationship anymore, for example. Or, well, better luck next time, right? Or I keep working on the same character over and over to try to fix his clock.
Yeah,
right?
No, fine.
So, so the variety of ways that we have of dancing in relationship, and it's all the other guy's fault, of course. So, and we just finished writing an article today on spiritual relationships, and we're giving workshops and so forth in this area, focusing on when we see obstruction in relationship, it's a fabulous opportunity to see ourselves more fully. Relationship as a mirror. But it's not just like psychologists and so forth talk about that stuff, but it's not just personality, because it's also at the soul level and all the various other levels as well, multidimensionally. So it's extremely rich. It's an awful thing because you could keep bumping into life the same way over and over and over, but all of it can be transformed. So, just give me a few seconds. So the unworthiness is at the various levels. So there's some stuff checking into your family of origin. We haven't really talked about where you come from and so forth, but I can feel there's some stuff at the DNA level that's ancestral, that's unworthy, that's quite strong. It's quite a strong pattern. So I ask for Spirit to transform that. Lords of Karma, Archangel Michael, transform that to give peace for you and for your ancestors, other family members. We'll just stay with that for a few seconds. It'll probably feel some of that. You're quite sensitive, so you'll feel the change. You feel that, yes?
Oh, yes.
It's quite strong.
Real heart-opening sense of peace, and it can breathe. I was almost like tensed up there for a bit, and then it's just like I can relax.
I can feel the energy still in process, so I'll just ask Spirit to put that on automatic and keep going.
Okay, great. Yes.
There's other layers of that.
Yeah.
And there's some aspects at the soul level, because we've all screwed up in relationships, so therefore I don't deserve, right? I ask that be transformed at the soul level at the Akashic Records, History Book of Past Lives. Transform that I'm unworthy of receiving more. One of the patterns that Jill talked about is the issue of receiving for you. So it's not just relationship, it's overall.
Yeah.
I love sunshine so much, but I don't got no time. Sorry, too bad. Maybe next week. Like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I really, really love good food, but I don't got no time. Sorry. I know maybe next week. Right?
Yeah.
All kinds of different areas.
Yes.
It's a really broad pattern. It's undeserving. So if we were to use capital letters for you in terms of the essence of for you to transform, is undeserving. Okay? And the essence of it is previous lifetimes. It's not, this isn't true for everybody. This particular pattern is true for you and for many other people. Everybody has layers of undeserving, but this one's your favorite. For some they prefer to be pissed off at life or do lots of guilt and et cetera. But, yeah.
No, I know this.
Yeah. So I ask to transform this at the soul level and soul group level. Soul group is a group of souls that we incarnate with over and over again. They carry exactly the same pattern. So I transform for them. The extended soul group. And the lineage. So what that means is the soul group is they're all evolved to approximately the same degree as you. So think of them as being on one floor, and think of it as being a high rise. The same pattern shows up with other groups that we're connected with, but that are more or less evolved than us. So think of I'm on floor 9, for example, and on other floors it's the same dance.
Okay.
So we ask to transform all those levels. So it's like helping to transform thousands of souls at the same time. Part of what we're doing. So let's sit with this for a few seconds. You feel similar to Ria? Do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, it's similar sense of like peace and just opening, and I felt really relaxed. I was like just really calm, like a sense of calm.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days when I was a pup, I did counseling, therapy things forever with people who had all kinds of difficulties, and I spent a lot of time trying to help to transform their stuff. And it was the talking cure, right? So that mostly didn't work. It didn't reach any of these layers whatsoever. So that's how come I ended up going further and further, and deeper and higher and broader to look for what's going on here and how to transform it. And then I connected with Jill, and she's got brilliance in terms of seeing particular things and the ability to help transform things too. So that's part of the essence. We could talk about these things forever, and they won't change. It's like stirring soup, over and over. It's still, still the same stuff. Forget it.
It's a great metaphor.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to jump in?
Yeah, so this is so great because so I'll talk a little bit about relationships in general for you and then specifically too. So again, this pattern has been training too. It's been on one level, bringing it up so you could heal this in you, so you could see really clearly. It's had to be in your face over and over again for you to go, aha, okay, I get it. Now I can transform it. But you're not only healing for you, you're bringing this up in you, and you really wanted to get it so you could also heal it for your soul group, for your soul lineage, and for your whole ancestry. And more broadly for women. Because there's a dance going on here with yin and yang in you, because yin is the receiving part, and yang is the go forward. You're very comfortable in yang. Let's go forward and do. But the yin is the part that slows you down sometimes, that wants to live in a beautiful home and not live in darkness, that wants to have a partner that sees you and you can be a goddess with. So this will be for another time, but to do some work on the inner goddess too, so she can. But you're doing this broadly. Everything that you're doing already right now, like we're helping thousands of souls heal in this session. So you do it very beautifully, not just for you, but it's always about others as well. So you're going to help women come into more balance with this too, like indigo women who are more comfortable in yang, having to learn how to also receive so that they can be. And it's paradoxical. You think just by charging forward you can do more, but that's not so. It's a cycle that needs to happen of receiving and taking in and also getting what you need. Because I'm getting in a partner, you want the whole enchilada at the soul level. Like there are blocks and there's undeserving and layers. We all have that. But at the soul level, you want the whole enchilada.
Sure,
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not going to be satisfied until you have that. So it doesn't mean break up, don't break up, anything. Yeah. But what Remi says is true. You need someone who's willing to transform.
Yeah.
Because here's how I see you. So there's a ladder that we go up as we grow. That's a linear way to put it. It's really more like this, but it's a ladder. So as you go up, you have certain people that meet you here, and they may be going like this. So you meet, and you're like, ooh, so yummy, and then you start to go, whoop, and they're like, hey, where'd you go? And you're like, where are you? So you're going like this up the ladder, and most people are going like that. Mm-hmm. So what happens is every time you go up a level, Martha Beck, a fabulous life coach, calls it the empty elevator syndrome. When you're going from floor 1 to floor 2, a lot of people aren't going to go. They want to stay on floor 1. So you've been great friends, you've had all these great relationships, but you can feel a pull. You need to go up. Yeah. And eventually you can't stop it. You get on the elevator and you go up. And a lot of them don't go with you. Maybe one goes, maybe none goes. So you're in an empty elevator for a while. And there's a lonely time. Mm-hmm. But then you step into the next floor and aha, new people. So you need a partner, need, who will transform with you. Mm-hmm. And who goes at your same pace. I would say that's the most crucial piece of that. Because you want, it does feel like you want to travel with someone long term. And you want a partner as you travel too. Like you want someone who really gets you and who'll help you, and I'm getting chills right now. So you want the whole enchilada. Yeah. So there's more layers of I don't deserve that, or that's not possible, or whatever. So we can work on that another time.
Yeah, sounds good.
But that's what I see. So in terms of relationships in general, this is also really common for advanced souls who are transforming very quickly, is that there's shame around friendships dying or leaving or being in relationship over and over again, but just know that's also just part of the transformational path. Mm-hmm. But to find friends who are also transformers is going to be the most satisfying thing. Because you can talk about anything, you can totally be yourself, you can go up and down floors, and they'll be doing that too. So you'll meet those people as you step more fully into yourself, and as you come out of this phase into this next new phase. Because the door is opening right now for you into this next new incredible phase. And the illness was part of that transition, and now it's time.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like, a sense of rebirth and just major breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you'll find people on the other side of that.
Great.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So there's so many more places we could go, but I know we have, is that a good place to wind down? Yeah.
So let's just see if you have any leftover little piece that you want to say, Ras, before we wrap up.
No, I just want to say thank you. Really. I mean, this has been, again, the term, the only word, it's been quite profound because it has informed me, in such a way that it's validated with what I know and where I want to go, and just to be able to really identify the patterns and the things that have been holding me back that I've been aware of but just didn't understand. And it's just, this has given me a much broader understanding and, what the continued work I need to do, as far as my spirituality, the things I need to do to, not just in my career and work, but just as a whole. I knew there was always a bigger picture to what I was doing. It's kind of why I went back to grad school, because I knew, I wasn't just doing stuff just because I want to make things pretty. I knew it wasn't as surface as I knew, there was a bigger picture to what I was doing, beyond just, the things that I do in my field, and my specialization. So I just want to say thank you. Yeah.
How are you feeling now as compared to?
Oh, totally light. I feel really giggly. Sorry. I feel almost drunk. It's just just I have this immense amount of happiness because I'm generally a very happy person. I just have lots of energy.
Yeah.
So it feels nice.
So you're feeling more of that?
Oh yeah, I feel really giggly. I don't think I sound like a little schoolgirl.
So one of the things that happens is lots of light comes in as we do this work.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you're grounded. So ground your feet, connect your feet to the earth. Otherwise, you can float out of here.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I feel like. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So the joy is fabulous. That's great.
Yes.
So you keep that, which is powerful. Got that.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for being part of this.
Thank
you.
you.
It's
Nice
wonderful.
to work
That's
with
great.
you, and I look forward to a continued relationship. So yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Wonderful.
All right, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.